What's up guys, my name is TechnoTuner and today I'm bringing to you my Genesys Shark deck profile. This deck is a lot of fun. Its total points comes out to be under 20 points, so it gives a lot of room for improvement if you want to add hand traps, any kind of cards that you want to further interact with your opponent, or just being able to really just expand on it and make it more of a rank 4 spam. There's a lot of capabilities for this deck to grow. Now, the one thing I will state, I tried to make it as lore accurate as possible to being pure or as to being able to get out as many rank 4s as possible with the whole water aspect of the deck. Now, I will state, this deck has been a lot of fun. I have tested it with friends and have had amazing results. Now, whether or not it works well under hand traps, that's completely different because my friends and I usually don't utilize hand traps as much when we're just messing around for Genesys. But anyways, I wanted to bring this to you guys to show you what this deck could do and give you an idea of what you could look at for an actual Shark deck profile. All right, let's go ahead and hop around into our main deck here. So first, starting off, we were playing 3 Servicing Big Jaws. This is going to be one of our main components of the deck. If this card is used for an Xyz summon of a water monster, it can be treated as a level 3 or 5 monster. You can only use each of the following effects of Surfacing Big Jaws once per turn during your main phase. If a spell card was activated this turn, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except Xyz monsters. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 fish shark monster from your deck to your hand. So, being able to get extra resources and a free special summon after activating a spell is actually pretty easy in this deck. But it's still also going to leave a couple doors remaining, which is why we run 3 Buzzsaw. You can target 1 water monster you control, special summon from your deck in defense position, 1 fish monster with the same level as that monster, but with a different name, and if you do, it cannot activate its effects this turn. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except Xyz monsters. You can only use this effect of Buzzsaw Shark once per turn. If this card is used for an Xyz summon of a water monster, it can be used or treated as a level 3 or 5 monster. So once again, that whole level modulation can help out a lot when going through these plays. Now, do note that this card is not a shark by technicality, but it is a level 4 water monster that we can special summon for sure. If you control no effect monsters, you can special summon this card you control from your hand, which is Tenyi Spirit Sithana. If a face-up non-effect monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your hand or graveyard, then target one of those destroyed monsters. Special summon it. Then you can destroy 1 monster your opponent controls, and you can only use each effect of Tenyi Spirit Sithana once per turn. Then our final 3 for the deck is 3 Abyss Shark. If this card is used for an Xyz summon of a number monster, it can be treated as a level 3 or 4 monster. If all monsters you control are water monsters, minimum 1, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, add 1 level 3, 4, or 5 fish monster from your deck to your hand, except Abyss Shark. For the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters except water monsters. Also, double the first battle damage inflicted to your opponent this turn by your number monster battling another monster. You can only use this effect of Abyss Shark once per turn. So this basically makes it to where if you get a large enough Xyz monster out, Abyss Shark can make it to where when you swing, it will do double damage, which will help a lot more. All right. Next up, we're running 2 Ice Knight, which I know isn't a shark, but it does give us good effects. Gains 400 attack for each aqua monster you control. Once per turn, you can activate this effect. You can normal summon 1 water monster in addition to your normal, or during your main phase, this turn in addition to your normal summoner set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. Also, you cannot normal summon or special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except water monsters, which is perfectly fine. We're just basically utilizing it as an extra normal summon so we can trigger our Buzzsaw Shark or other cards such as Tenyi Spirit if we need to get it out on the board. Next up, I'm running 2 Silent Sea Nettle. If you control a water monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You also cannot special summon monsters except water monsters. The turn you activate this effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target up to 3 water monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and you can only use each effect of Silent Sea Nettle once per turn. So basically being able to get some resource recovery, also a free body onto the board. Next up, our search off of Big Jaws is Drake Shark, a Shark Drake Xyz monster that has this card as material gains this effect. Once per turn, you can detach 2 materials from this card, then target 1 spell or trap on the field, attach it to this card as material. You can only use each of the following effects of Drake Shark once per turn. If this card is added to your hand, except by drawing it, you can special summon this card. This card can be treated as 2 materials for the Xyz summon of a Water Xyz monster that requires 3 or more materials. So basically giving you the capability of furthering your plays even more, and being able to set up an interaction of just eating a spell or trap as necessary. Now on to a long list of one-ofs, in which I am playing the one left-hand shark, the one right-hand shark. Before I continue on, I'll go over what these two do, though. Left hand, if this card is special summon from the graveyard, this card's level becomes 4. You can only use each of the following effects of left-hand shark once per turn. If you control right-hand shark and this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. An Xyz monster that was summoned using only water monsters as material, including this card on the field, gains this effect. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Right-hand shark. When this card is normal summon, you can add 1 left-hand shark from your deck to your hand. If this card is in your graveyard and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. An Xyz monster that was summoned using only water monsters as material, including this card on the field, gains this effect. You cannot. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. You can only use each effect of right-hand shark once per turn. So, while they both set up to where it can't be destroyed by battle or card effect, it does give you some extra bodies to work with. Next up, I am playing the one armored shark. This card is always treated as an armored Xyz card. You can send 1 water Xyz monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, then target 1 fish monster in your graveyard with the same level as the rank of that monster. Special summon it. During your opponent's turn, if this card is in your graveyard, quick effect, you can target 1 water Xyz monster you control, equip this card to that monster's an equip spell, it gives it 500 attack. You can only use each effect of armored shark once per turn. We play 1 Hydra Jet Shark as well. If a water Xyz monster is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand, but you cannot special summon Hydra Jet Shark for the rest of this turn. You can only use 1 of the following effects of Hydra Jet Shark per turn, and only once that turn. During your main phase, you can send 1 fish, shark, monster, or 1 Xyz spell trap from your deck to the graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard and add 1 Aqua Jet card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So basically, this can allow you to send left-hand shark so you can get it out for right-hand shark at a much later time if you need to. Next up, we're playing the 1 Miniaruka. When a water monster's effect is activated, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can banish 1 face-up fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control, then target 1 face-up card on the field, negates effects until the end of your opponent's turn. You can only use each effect of Miniaruka once per turn. Then, of course, we're playing the 1 Crystal Shark. If this card is used for an Xyz summon of a number monster, it can be treated as a level 3 or 4 monster. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target 1 water monster on the field, special summon it. This card, but banish this card when it leaves the field. And if you do have that monster's attack, also you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except Xyz monsters. You can only use this effect of Crystal Shark once per turn. Then, of course, we're playing the 1 Fishborg Harpooner. You can reveal this card and 1 water monster in your hand, special summon 1 of them, and discard the other. You can only use this effect of Fishborg Harpooner once per turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a water sinker monster, you can negate its effects of 1 effect monster your opponent controls until the end of this turn. We're playing the 1 Lifeless Leaf Fish. When this card is summoned, you can send 1 fish monster from your deck to the graveyard except Lifeless Leaf Fish. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 3 fish monsters in your graveyard. Shuffle those monsters into the deck, then draw 1. You can only use each effect of Lifeless Leaf Fish once per turn. While giving us extra recurability, it allows us to get a draw as well, while we also have more options for free special summons throughout the rest. And then finally, for our last card, or last monster of the deck, we're playing 1 Xyz Remora. You can special summon this card from your hand by detaching 2 materials from monsters you control. When summoned this way, you can target 2 level 4 fish monsters in your graveyard, special summon those targets in defense position. Their effects are negated. They cannot attack or change their battle positions and cannot be used as material for an Xyz summon except for the Xyz summon of a water monster. So, basically another extender. If you guys have not already noticed, this entire deck is either extension or being able to get full plays of just continuous bodies on the board. Next up, we'll go into the spells. For the first spell, we're playing 3 Aqua Jet Surface. Special summon 1 level 4 lower fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster from your hand or graveyard, but you cannot special summon from the extra deck except Xyz monsters while you control that face-up monster. If your opponent controls an attack position monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control. It gains 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. You can only use each effect of Aqua Jet Surface once per turn. Then, of course, we're playing the 3 Foolish Burial Goods. You can send 1 spell trap from your deck to the graveyard. You only activate 1 Foolish Burial Goods per turn. Now, what are we sending really off of that? Well, we'll get to that here shortly. But first up, we're playing 2 White Mirror. You get to target 1 level 4 or lower fish monster in your graveyard, special summon it, then you can add 1 monster from your deck to your hand with the same original name as that special summon monster. You only activate White Mirror once per turn. And then finally, for our last spell, we have Reincarnation Unveiling Mail. This card is always treated as an Armored Xyz card. An Xyz monster equipped with this card gains these effects. Cannot be destroyed by battle once per turn. If this card battled this turn, quick effect, you return 1 card equipped to this card to the hand, and immediately after its effect resolves, Xyz summon 1 water Xyz monster. Once per turn during the end phase of this card is in the graveyard, because it was sent there this turn, you can equip this card to 1 Xyz monster you control. You can only activate 1 Reincarnation of Unveiling Mail per turn. So basically, being able to send off Foolish Burial Goods, you can then add it to your, equip it to your monster during the end phase. Then, for the final 4 cards, which are 4 traps, we're playing 2 Ice Barrier. When an attack is declared involving your opponent's monster, change that opponent's monster's attack to 0, negates effects, also cannot change its battle position. You can banish this card from your graveyard, send 1 level 5 or higher water monster from your deck to the graveyard, then you can add 1 water monster from your graveyard to your hand also until the end of your next turn. After this effect resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except water monsters. You can only use each of the effect of Ice Barrier once per turn. Then, of course, we're playing the 1 Full Armored Xyz and the 1 Virtue Stream. But let me go over these real quick. If an Xyz monster is on the field immediately after this effect resolves, Xyz summon 1 Xyz monster using monsters you control. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Xyz monster you control, equip 1 other Xyz monster from your face-up field or graveyard to that monster's equip spell that with the following effects. The equipped monster gains attack equal to the card's attack. If the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card instead. And that's the effect of Full Armored Xyz as a trap. Virtue Stream. Target 1 fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster control, and 2 cards your opponent controls, destroys them. Basically, the fish version of Icarus Attack, which is really insane and can help out a lot. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 face-up monster on the field. If it is a water monster, the next time it would be destroyed by a card effect this turn is not destroyed. If it is not, it becomes water. You can only use each effect of Virtue Stream once per turn. So this can really screw over your opponent as well, because you can target 1 face-up monster they control that they need to have as another attribute and change it to a water attribute, and it would really mess them up as well. All right. But that's all I have for the actual main deck. Let's hop right into the extra deck. So, for the extra deck, of course, we're playing the 1 Le Virtue Dragon. Requires 2 level 3 monsters. If this card is special summon, you can add 1 Virtue Stream from your deck to your hand. You can activate 1 of these effects. Detach 1 material from a monster you control, then add 1 fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster from your graveyard to your hand, except Le Virtue Dragon. Target 2 Xyz monsters on the field. Attach 1 material from one of those monsters to the other. You can only use each effect of Le Virtue Dragon once per turn. Full Armored Black-Gray Lancer. 3 level 4 water monsters. You can also Xyz summon this card by using a rank 3 water Xyz monster you control that has no Xyz materials as the Xyz material. This card gains 200 attack for each Xyz material attached to it. If this face-up card would be destroyed, you can detach all of its Xyz materials instead. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target 1 spell or trap your opponent controls and destroy that target. So that helps out a lot when you're trying to get body to stay on board while also getting an extra pop with the spell and traps. Next up, we of course have the honorary shark that started it all off for the Xyz era, which is number 32 Shark Drake. Requires 3 level 4 monsters once per turn. When this attacking card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, detach 1 material from this card, special summon the destroyed monster to your opponent's field in attack position, but it loses 1,000 attack. And if you do, this card can make a second attack during this battle phase. Then we have number C32, Shark Drake Vice. You can also Xyz summon this card using number 32, Shark Drake. You can control as material, transfer its materials to this card. If your life points are 1,000 or less, quick effect, you can banish 1 monster from your graveyard and attach 1 material from this card. Then target one face-up monster on the field. Its attack and defense becomes 0 until the end of this turn. While that effect doesn't come up, it is still a 2800 body that can help out a lot. Next up, we're playing Full Armor Utopic Ray Lancer because we do run a lot of rank 4s. It requires 3 level 4 monsters, or once per turn you can exceed summon Full Armored Utopic Ray Lancer by discarding 1 spell or trap and using 1 rank 4 or lower Xyz monster you control. Transfer its materials to this card. Monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack. At the start of the battle phase, you can negate the effects of all attack position monsters your opponent currently controls. When this attacking card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can detach 1 material from this card, and it can make a second attack in a row. So giving us an extra attack drop helps out a lot. Number 101, Silent Honor Art, can help us out a lot as well because we can then eat problematic monsters. 2 level 4 monsters, you can detach 2 Xyz materials from this card, then target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls in face-up attack position. Attach it to this card as a face-up Xyz material. You can only use this effect of number 101, Silent Honor Arc, once per turn. If this face-up card would be destroyed, you could detach 1 Xyz material from this card instead. Next up, we have number 37, Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark. 2 level 4 water monsters. When any player's monster declares an attack, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. All monsters your opponent currently controls lose 1000 attack until end this turn. When this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 other monster in the graveyard, special summon it. You can only use each effect of number 37, Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark, per turn. Alright. Next up, we're running 1 Xyz Armor Fortress. It requires 2 level 5 monsters. You can also Xyz summon Xyz Armor Fortress by using 1 rank 3 or 4 Xyz monster control. Transfers materials to this card. Cannot be used as material for an Xyz summon while it has material. Once per turn, you can detach up to 2 materials from this card and Xyz armor cards with different names from your deck to your hand, equal to the number detached. If a monster equipped with this card battles a monster, any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled. So that can help out greatly when you're going into the big Xyz boss. Excuse me. Goodness. All right, let me clean this up here a little bit so we can then continue on. I'm, of course, running the 1 Valiant Shark Lancer. Requires 2 level 5 monsters. You can target 1 monster your opponent controls, detach 1 material from an Xyz monster you control, and if you do, destroy that monster. This is a quick effect if you control another water Xyz monster. If another water Xyz monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while you control this monster, you can take 1 spell from your deck and place it on top of your deck. You can only use each effect of Valiant Shark Lancer once per turn. So this card is very underrated, but it pairs very well with Nash Knight as well, because you can utilize its effect to get a necessary spell that you want on top of the deck. Alright. Next up, we have number C32, Shark Drake Levice. 4 level 5 monsters. You can also see some of this card by discarding 1 spell and using a rank 4 Shark Drake Xyz monster controls material. Transfers materials to this card once per turn, quick effect. You can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, negates its effects. And if you do, its attack and defense becomes 0. This card can make a second attack each battle phase. Also, if it attacks defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. While it's a 3100, 2600 defender, 3100 attacker, it can do a lot of damage. Next up, we have numbers S37 Spider Shark. 3 level 5 water monsters. You can also see some of this card by using number 37 Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark. You control transfers materials to this card. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 monster your opponent controls. Banish it until their next standby phase. If you do, any monsters they currently control lose 1000 attack until the end of this turn. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card was in the graveyard because this Xyz summon card was destroyed and sent there this turn, you can special summon it. Nash Knight. It's 2 level 5 monsters cannot be destroyed by battle while a number of monsters on the field during the main phase. Quick effect, you can detach 2 materials from this card, attach 1 number Xyz monster from your extra deck to this card as material that has a number between 101 and 107 in its name. Then you can attach 1 other face-up monster on the field to this card as material. You can only use each effect of Nash Knight once per turn. CXC's Nash Knight. 3 level 6 monsters. You can also Xyz summon this card by using Nash Knight you control as material. Transfers materials to this card. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. You You can attach one material from this card, special summon from your extra deck. One number exceeds monster that has a number between 101 and 107 in its name. Using this face-up card you control as material, but destroy it during the end phase. During your opponent's next end phase. This is treated as an Exceed summon. Transfer its materials to that summoned monster. You can only use the effect of CXC's Nash Knight once per turn. Finally, we're coming up on our last two. Our second to last is Full Armored Crystal Zero Lancer. 3 level 6 water monsters. You can also Exceed summon this card by using a rank 5 water Exceed monster you control as Exceed material. Exceed materials attached to that monster also become Exceed materials on this card. This card gains 500 attack for each Exceed material attached to it. If this face-up card would be destroyed, you can attach one Exceed material from this card instead. Once per turn, you can attach one Exceed material from this card. All face-up monsters your opponent controls has their effects negated until the end of this turn. And then finally, the big boss of the deck, Full Armored Dark Knight Lancer. Once per turn, you can also Exceed summon Full Armored Dark Knight Lancer by using one rank 5 or 6 Exceed monster you control. Transfer its materials to this card, gains 300 attack for each material and equip card it has. Once per turn, you can target one Exceed card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Once per turn, if an equip card becomes equipped to a monster you control, except during the damage step, you can attach one monster your opponent controls to this card as material. So while being able to really get that negation and, not negation, but equip and attack power, it's basically just a brute force punch through deck that can give you a lot of options. While Crystal Zero gives you the option to negate the monsters on the board. All right, folks, that's all I have for you today. If you did like the video, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. I do try to get to everybody's comments as they come in, and I appreciate you guys for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Is it okay if I'm to say I'm catching feelings from all the dealings? Am I astray? What do you say? How are you feeling? Is it the same?